Hello everyone, this is Dr. Saran Reddy, MD Anesthesia from PGMER Chandigarh, Faculty of Anesthesia and Academic Director of ADA Plexus. Since the news of postponement of NEET to March or April is out, have been receiving numerous messages and calls from students stating they are stressed out, they are frustrated, they don't know how to cope up, and also wide range of queries. We all know that facing exam itself is nerve-wracking, but preparing extensively for the exam only to hear that it's being postponed is going to be worse. Extra time available due to the postponement of exams is a double-edged sword. If you use this in a perfect manner, in well managed and a righteous manner, this is going to be one of your life defining moments. But at the same time, if you don't plan well and if you won't plan it meticulously and if you waste this is going to be a disaster. Today I'm here to discuss the three categories of students at this point of time and the problems faced by them, the apprehensions which are common to all group of students, and the solutions are the ways how to tackle and come out with the flying colors. The first thing, while we discuss about the categories of students, category A students account for 15 to 20% of the students. These are the students whose preparation is going in a proper line and a proper fashion according to their plans, and who fared reasonably well in the recent INSET examinations, who completed at least one revision. This accounts for 15 to 20% of the overall students. And category B is the major group which accounts for 55 to 60% of the students whose preparation is going on, but through a little bit of hiccups, and they had completed revision of few subjects, but they need to they are not very confident on majority of the subjects and they need like more revision. Also, these people need, they might be thinking we need at least a month or two to complete few subjects and to complete the revision, and they are not 100% confident, or at least like okay. And then group C, these people account for 15 to 20% of the people who already gave up. That means they feel that their preparation is not adequate to crack this examination, and these people, this group of students, they didn't complete like majority of the subjects and they didn't start their revision yet. Before going to the problems faced by exclusively by certain categories of these categories of students, let's see like what are the common problems or like common apprehensions all these categories of students have. The first one being the fear of forgetting whatever has been learned so far, the vulnerability of going back to the relaxed mode or comfort zone, indefinite prolongation of anxious wait for the exams to get over. In addition to these three common problems, group A and B have one more problem, that is the feeling that your competitor may fare well than you and may overtake you in this race. That is basically you are underestimating your capabilities and overestimating everyone else's capabilities. And the additional problem for groups or category C is they want to bounce back but they don't know how, and they don't know how to come out of this comfort zone. If you see how we want to overcome this, how can we tackle all these things? How many of you heard about like Stackdale paradox? This is named after a person called James Stackdale, who is a US naval officer who was fought as a prisoner of war by the Vietnamese soldiers in the 1965 America and Vietnam War. He was shot down in 1965 and he was captivated and was taken as a prisoner of war by Vietnam and was kept in Hanoi. And he was a very tough prisoner of war, and he was tortured brutally, not for one day, not for 1 month, not for 1 year, not for 2 years, but for 7.5 years he have been brutally tortured. And many of his co-prisoners, like who are also the prisoners of war, ultimately succumbed. But after 7.5 years, when the war ended, he was released eventually. And in an interview with James Stackdale, Jim Collins, the author of the book Good to Great, asked him like, how could you have done this? How could you make it possible for 7.5 years to bear this when other colleagues of you succumbed? His answer was, he said, on my head I knew in the end I will prevail. At the same time, I also knew that I have no other option rather than facing this torture and accepting this harsh reality. The main gist of this particular context is that you need to balance the realism with optimism. In this particular context of a NEET postponement, the harsh reality is that NEET exam is going to get postponed, and you have to face that. There's no looking back, and there's no point or no use of keep on thinking about the exam has been postponed and how should I cope up with this. At the same time, the optimistic thing here is you have to tune up your mind in such a state that this is a God-given golden opportunity for me. This is a God-given golden opportunity for me to jump from a position of insecurity to confirmation, that is not getting a seat to getting a seat, not sure of whether you will be getting your choicest branch or college, to the confirmation or the surety and confidence that you will be getting a branch of your choice or the college of your choice, from a 4-digit rank to triple-digit rank, from a triple-digit rank aspiring to be a double-digit rank, from a double-digit rank to single-digit rank. This all lies within you guys. Then, how to conquer the fear of forgetting whatever you have been read so far? The easiest solution for that is face it. I mean to say, when you feel that you forgot something, some topic, some subject, whatever you have been read like a week back, a month back, a fortnight back, the easiest way is to face by take a book, take a question bank of that particular subject or that topic, and attempt 20 to 25 questions in a time-phased manner, and let it be. You may get like 25%, 50%, 60%, 75% things correct. Doesn't matter. Whatever it might be, you at least know that you remember something, rather than like that constant fear in your mind that like you don't know like whether you have really remembered something or not. And once you get a clarity how much you remembered, what are all the questions you made wrong, just write it on a piece of paper, prepare a gist, and that's it. You're done with it, and now you are confident with that particular subject or topic, rather than like continuously having that eternal fear that what if I forget. Whenever you get the doubt, face it and attempt questions. Don't go back and read this. First attempt the questions, just evaluate how many things you got it right. That's the best way of facing this, guys. Then another problem is the vulnerability of going back to the relaxed state or comfort zone. This is very easy to happen, guys, as you know, our mind always seeks pleasure and going back to the comfort zone, sit back and relax. Like, who wants to do like work? And the mind always wants you to push to the comfort zone. Remember guys, the miracles happen and all the good things happen only out of the comfort zone. It's very easy to undo whatever hard work you have done for the last few weeks, few months, but it's very, very, very difficult to redo the things. Please stick to few basic fundamentals. Stick to your timetable, redefine or revise your strategy based on the time available. Make sure before the end of December you complete reading and revising at least the 1800 most important topics cumulatively for all subjects, where 65 to 70% of the questions do come in every examination, including the recent INSET exam. Attempt as many old question papers and formulate a notes of attempt as many questions you can, and in a timed phase, that you keep a type like in this half an hour I have to do this 40 questions, and just evaluate how many questions you got it right, and those questions which you made wrong, prepare, make a notes, and just learn from mistakes and write down what are the mistakes you have done. And once you note down what are the mistakes, try to before you go to sleep, just go through all the points that what you have done, what mistakes you have done, and prepare to-do list for every day, and make sure you follow that meticulously. I keep on hearing from many students as I keep speaking after their exams and results, if I would have got like another month, I would have cracked this examination. This 1 month is there for you guys. Don't wait for something else or something else to happen. Utilize this. Sit back. Like, I want you all to do an exercise tonight. Sit back and close your eyes and try to recollect what all the mistakes you had done, or what are the things you thought that you should not have done, and what are the things you feel that if I had done this I would have excelled better. And then write them, then open your eyes and write them all on a piece of paper. What are the problems you have regarding your preparation, and also the solutions. What can you do better? The 3 to 4 months is going to be like enormous time to crack any examination, guys. Please don't waste this. In the end, you might be doubting which category of students might be having the biggest advantage between due to this extra time available as category 1 who are well prepared, category B who are category B who are semi confident, and category C who are not at all confident of the exams. The answer is you. Only you. Your performance is the only thing in your hand, and you can't keep on thinking about that guy may overtake me and that guy. I mean, that is basically you are underestimating your capabilities and overestimating everyone else's capabilities. So please be focused and make sure that today's you is better than yesterday's you, and tomorrow's you is going to be better than today's you. Not just incrementally, but exponentially. All the very best, guys.